Our wings were ached and pained, and the wind was not gentle along my lashes. To make matters worse, the cargo on our back weighed us down, but it also filled us with new resolve. The Philly Star Charter was brave and strong, and her willingness to save us only inspired us to push through the pain. She reminded us so much of the son I had lost, and I would do all in my power to not let another fool die because of us. On the horizon, we could see it. Land. Equestria. It would be a new life. A new beginning. We will not make the same mistakes as before, and Star Charter can be a normal filly, for what time she has left to be one. We could also see that something was out of place in Equestria. The clouds were gone. Some clouds were still around, but they were wide apart. Stretching between clouds was what we could see was a rainbow. Pushing ourselves harder, we zoomed to the sunrise, and at the rainbow. With hoof outstretched, we touched it, ever so lightly. There was no shock, no wave of healing. We still hurt more than we'd ever held before, but we felt satisfied. We had touched our rainbow, and with it, we knew that we could now move on. With clear skies over Equestria, we knew there would be many more rainbows to touch, but right now we had other responsibilities. Prism, what's going on? With a yawn, Star Charter shifted on our back. Wow! What's all that brown stuff? There's so much of it! Quickly descending, the strain on our wings was almost too much. We laughed. We are here. We made it to Equestria. I did my best to land on the ground gently, but pain shot through our legs as we hit. We were at least able to keep ourselves from crying out, not wanting to worry Star. The filly jumped off my back as soon as we had stopped. I'd almost tripped after walking around. Everything's so still. I don't like it. We chuckled, but suddenly found ourselves kneeling on the ground, breathing heavily. Prism, what's wrong? Are you okay? We are fine. Everything hurt all over. From my hooves to my snout we hurt. Do not worry about us. No, you're not. Just stay there. I'll go get some help. We raised a hoof to stop her, but she had already ran off out of sight. We couldn't bring ourselves to move, only lie down and be at peace with our pain. When we touched the rainbow, we saved a foal. We were at peace with ourselves. Star Charter knew how to survive, and she'd be just fine without me. We just knew it. She's this way, just around this rock. It was Star's voice. The filly bounded out from a small boulder. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I can only do so much to help. Ah, she's an alicorn. Well, that's different. The pony that rounded the corner was a glowing ghoul. I know exactly how I can help your friend. Really? Star Charter dumped. Yeah, just grab all your stuff and wait over there. I'll see what I can do. The glowing ghoul smiled. Star Charter dragged all of our supplies away from me and sat on top of them. So, mister, what are you going to do? The glowing ghoul walked up to me. I'm just going to share some of my radiation with her. It'll help heal her. The ghoul's eyes lit up with a balefire green, and a wave of relief passed over me. Just sit tight, miss. This'll take a little time. I smiled. Thank you. We are grateful for the help. Like how I saved her, she was now saving me. "11 years later. My head shot up at the sudden sound. Sleep was good, even if it was in the middle of the day, so understandably I was not happy about someone waking me up. Twitching my ears, I could hear a soft whine of an electrical charge and taste electricity in the air. Ah, no, not again. Trotting through the ward, most of the ponies on the beds gave me a knowing nod. Working with the followers of the apocalypse had its perks. Mostly, the majority of ponies were grateful that you were just around, but I liked them for the roof over my head, and work I was more than happy to do. Stepping to the back room, I could see Star Charter and the Colt Roger had tampered with the emergency broadcast radio. Again. Ever since Roger got his two-way radio cutie mark, Star and him tampering with our communication equipment every week. She had attempted to start her own radio broadcast, but only managed to pirate off of DJ Pony's signal, which he was not happy about. A few of the other foals on the other side of the room were watching intently, possibly waiting for another story about adventures on the high seas from Star Charter. "What are you doing now, Star? And please, don't have it something that can get us kicked out of town." Star waved her hoof dismissively. At 22, she acted like a foal. "Chill, Prism. We are just boosting the signal. No harm, no harm." Looking at the emergency broadcast radio, it had become a jumbled mess of wires, gems, and a bunch of things I don't think goes on to a broadcast radio. "Boosting it to what? The moon?" Roger looked at Star. "Oh, we can try that next." Star Charter scratched her chin. "I think we should. I've heard there's some ponies living up there." I stomped my hoof down. "Oh, no, you don't. Not unless you can make your own broadcast radio. I'm not letting you break any more equipment. Now turn that off before some pony gets hurt." "No pony's gonna get hurt," Star retorted. "You're going to get hurt," I retorted back. Star Charter huffed, but complied, flipping switches until the broadcaster radio had powered down. "There, it's off. But nothing bad was going to crash happen." Star slowly looked behind me to the ward where the crash had come from. I looked too, but there was just too much dust to see anything. "Oi! Looks like a pony just fell through the roof," one of the patients called out. "Oh, it's a stable pony too. Pip buck and all." "Star, go get the doctor. I'll get that pony on a bed." Star nodded and quickly ran off, as I walked to where the pony had fallen. Looking at the strange situation, all I could think to myself was, just another day in the equestrian